Newton on first down. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
One of the more productive and durable players up until last year. Remember, in 2019, 116 catches, which was an all-time record for NFL running backs. Trying to come back from an injury-filled 2020, just 17 catches on the year. Sure is great to see him back on the field doing his thing.
Newton's throw pulled in by Marshall. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now it's Newton. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A big play that time on the catch and run.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. Now Newton. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Newton. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, this defense for the Panthers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, as he can really impact this offense.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
On first down, Watson. That goes out wide to Murray. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Snell. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. On the run, it's Penny. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31, 30, the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense.
And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A huge play there for Houston.
But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Flush to his right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Panthers.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
They go back to Murray on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Forced out to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. On 3rd down, Freeman. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Watson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Watson. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
52 yards rushing for him now to this point. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. From the gun, here's Watson. Touchdown! Danny Amendola, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. On first down, it's Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
And he'll just get rid of it. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. Potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football.
And it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A final shot before the break. Newton escaping the pressure right. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
From the 25 on second down, Watson dancing to his left. He's letting it fly for Cooks. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Texans on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
But they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me. Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Newton. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Pass caught on the sideline. It's Anderson. And the Panthers are going to have themselves a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. Here's Newton.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, second down. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. On 2nd and 9, Watson. That's complete to the tight end, Akins.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball? I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
7 yards the pick up there. Working with a 2nd and 3. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Newton throwing again. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 23. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Starting the drive was Snell, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2nd down. Again, they defer to Snell. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Out of the gun, Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Murray. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Time to ground it out now with Murray. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go with Murray again. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They run from the shotgun with Murray. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Snell on the shotgun handoff. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run.
Well, you know me.
Tell you what, I bet. I know. But who else could I be? There's nobody else. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to go shower real quick, and then I'll be back. Blow up. Hit the flow up. Alright, I'll be
How would that not be fair? It's exactly what happened in real life. We're doing a realistic review.
Blow his back out.
What? Why do y'all hate that? What do you mean they should have? Oh, I was like, what?
On 2K's meet 24/7. You know what, man? I think I'd rather be on your meet 24/7. So make sure to hit me up in the Twitter DMs, and we can
Sir.
get everything handled.
Okay.
He's on 2K's meet 24/7. You know what, man? I think I'd rather be on your meet 24/7. So make sure to hit me up in the Twitter DMs. We can get.
Who's your team? No, Parker.
I count 10 bullets that didn't do any damage.
Yikes.
Please, Fortnite. I count 10 bullets that didn't do any damage.
Oliver said he's going to shower.
Please, Fortnite. I count 10 bullets that didn't do any damage. Please, Fortnite. I count 10 bullets.
Alright, let's go to Super Bowl.
Don't know. This is what the Baki pose looks like.
It was a lot harder than it looked.
Alright, yo, we got pretty close. Like for part
Why are we making people admin?
Got that. Let's go. Those that don't know, this is what the Baki pose looks like.
Who won MVP? Brady. Yep, expected. JT came in second.
It was a lot.
Yes, correct.
Alright, yo, we got pretty close. Like for part 2.
I probably have a better draft class if you would let me put it in.
Don't know, this is what the Baki pose looks like.
It was a lot harder than it looked.
Because that's what